The Kybalion and the Paradox of Reality. How to live in a mental universe. You were told the world was made of matter, that reality was fixed, measurable, and absolute. But what if it isn't? What if everything you see, everything you are, is thought? The Kybalion whispers what science dares not say aloud, that the world isn't real in the way we think it is. Not solid, not separate, not even static, just mind. This isn't a fantasy or escape. It's a confrontation with a universe that bends to perception and a self that may not be as fixed as you believed. Let's walk through the 7 Hermetic Principles, not as concepts, but as mirrors, not as teachings, but as provocations. Each one asks a question. Each one reveals a paradox. Together, they form a challenge. Can you live in a world that is both real and illusion? Chapter 1: Mentalism, the mirror of the mind. The all is mind, the universe is mental. You begin to wonder, if reality is mental, then what is your life? A script, a memory, a hallucination of the all? In the Kybalion, the all is not a god in the sky. It is infinite consciousness, of which you are a ripple, a thought within a thought. This is not comfort, it is responsibility. Because if all is mind, then every fear, every failure, every hope was first a vibration in consciousness. And you are both the thinker and the thought. This echoes Buddhist teachings. It mirrors quantum physics. It even hums within the dreams of poets. But here's the catch. You cannot think your way out of illusion. You must become lucid inside it. Chapter 2: Correspondence as above, so below. As above, so below. As below, so above. You look at the sky and see your own soul. You examine a cell and find the cosmos. This is the law of reflection, of holographic existence. What happens in your inner world echoes in your outer world, and vice versa. The ancients called it magic. Today we call it psychology. Your broken relationships mirror your inner split. Your joy predicts your fate. This law doesn't suggest superstition. It demands awareness. You realize you cannot fix the world until you fix your perception of it. And suddenly, you're no longer a victim. You're a participant in a dance of mirrors. Chapter 3: Vibration, the pulse beneath everything. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Hold still. Feel the hum beneath your skin. That's not your body, that's frequency. Your thoughts vibrate. Your emotions emit signals. Even silence is motion. Everything is in motion, not metaphorically, but literally. And the state you dwell in becomes the life you attract. This is not positive thinking. This is tuning the instrument of your being. You begin to ask, what am I resonating with? Fear, love, apathy. Because in this universe, what you vibrate, you become. And mastery? It's not force, it's frequency. Chapter 4: polarity, the hidden unity of opposites. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Opposites are the same in nature. You've been taught to divide, good and evil, light and dark, self and other. But what if these are just extremes of the same essence? Hate is not the opposite of love. It is love distorted. Fear is not the absence of courage. It is courage misunderstood. Polarity teaches that every emotion, belief, and state can be transmuted, not destroyed, but refined. You begin to realize healing isn't in banishing the dark. It's in understanding its relationship to light, as Rumi said. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. That field is polarity understood. Chapter 5. Rhythm, the pendulum of existence. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. You rise and you fall, you laugh, you weep, and then you do it again. This isn't failure, this is rhythm. The Kybalion doesn't promise escape from life's waves, it teaches you to ride them. Seasons of abundance, seasons of silence. You stop asking, why am I here again? And start asking, how do I surf this with grace? Rhythm is not chaos. It's a hidden choreography. And those who watch it closely learn to move in time with the universe. Chapter 6. Cause and Effect. The invisible chain. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. You want to believe in luck. You want to believe in fate. But here, the law says otherwise. Everything you experience was set in motion by thought, action, energy. Even what feels random has roots. And so you face the deeper truth. You are either the pawn of forces or the cause of them. This isn't about control. It's about agency. To rise above the chain is to step outside reflex and choose. It's to ask not why me, but what now? Chapter 7. Gender. Creation within the self. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Not man or woman, not biology, but forces. Masculine, directive, initiating, assertive. Feminine, receptive, creative, intuitive. Each thought you give birth to is a marriage of these energies. Every creation, from a poem to a revolution, begins in feminine imagination and is born through masculine execution. When you ignore one, you fracture. When you unify them, you create. The ancients built temples to honor this balance. Modern minds forget, but within you, they still dance. Final chapter. The divine paradox. Real illusions and illusory realities. The universe is both real and unreal. This is the paradox that silences the ego. You are real. In your pain, your joy, your breath, and yet you are dreamt by a deeper mind. The Kybalion does not ask you to deny the world. It asks you to see it clearly, to live in the illusion, but not be of it, to feel without clinging, to act without illusion, to love without needing permanence. This is not detachment. It is divine participation. You are the dreamer, and the dream, and the awakening. Final words. Your turn. The real question is not whether this is true. The question is, can you live as if it is? The lips of wisdom are closed, except to the ears of understanding. Are yours open?